Welcome to this segment, War in the Street. We are here for End Slavery Tennessee at Belmont University, interviewing students and staff about their knowledge of human trafficking in Tennessee. How would you define human trafficking?
I would define human trafficking as any illegal movement of people as far as they don't want to be in that situation.
I would define human trafficking as taking people out of their will and forcing them into labor, whether that's sex labor or any sort of forced labor at all.
Human sex trafficking is when victims are taken and made to do sex acts against their will.
Human trafficking. I guess I would define that as sort of the unwillful captivity of other people for the benefit of people without their own ability to decide that.
The U.S. Department of Justice defines human trafficking as an act or attempted act of recruiting, transporting, transferring, harboring, or receiving a person by means of force, fraud, or coercion, or abduction for the purpose of exploitation. Any minor used in sex in exchange for anything of value is a trafficking victim. No force, fraud, or coercion need be present.
True or false? There were more people in slavery in 1864 during the Civil War than there are right now.
True.
False.
False.
Correct, it is false. Now there are currently more slaves now than at any time in history. Wow. As of 2011, how many of Tennessee's 95 counties had at least one reported case of human trafficking?
60.
2?
Like 90.
I don't know.
In 2011, 85 out of 95 Tennessee counties had at least one reported case of human trafficking. That's 90% of the state of Tennessee.
That's crazy.
Do you think popular culture influences attitudes that encourage human trafficking, and if so, how?
I definitely think that it plays a role. I would say that in advertising, a lot of times people, both men and women, are objectified and sort of sexualized, and I think that that sort of permits that type of trafficking attitude or behavior.
I would say that definitely music has become a big deal, especially in the world we live in today, because there's just music isn't the same. It's really over sexualized, and there's a lot of just demeaning things said, especially about women when it comes to rappers and those kind of artists. So that definitely has a big role in it.
I think there's definitely a lot of over-sexualization in our culture and in our media. And I've seen shows, as far back as the early 2000s, there was Pimp My Ride, and that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's using a word like pimp as a good thing. It's saying oh yeah, I'm a pimp, I'm a lady killer, and that's saying that you are perpetuating sex trafficking, and that's a horrible thing. And I think that we just need to be wary of that in our culture, and those are the ideas that kind of put that seed there for people.
Hi, my name is Stacy Elliott, and I'm a volunteer with End Slavery Tennessee. To find out more about human trafficking right here in the state of Tennessee, please go to EndSlaveryTennessee.org. And while you're there, you can like us on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you.